go get him again.
Welcome back to the Robe Toy channel. I'm your host Mark, and on the docket today we have an unboxing first impression video on the brand of Creed, and this is part of their Aqua Original line. This one called Zeste Mandarine. I feel like there was an older one of this line, which was called Zeste Mandarine. Was it Pamplemousse? I think it was a grapefruit mandarin one. Anyway, the Aqua Original line is a line that I actually don't own any physical bottles in my personal collection of Creed, which is massive. I own a lot of the men's line. All the popular ones I own them. And more. I got some gray caps, Creeds that were discontinued, some vaulted stuff, of course. But this line has interested me over the years, but just not enough to really get into it. I think I have a few samples of the older line, which I want to delve into. But this one came to me, of course, from Fragflex, the mega haul, return haul, where it allows me to do videos on fragrances that you know, may be on my radar, may not. This one is lukewarm on the radar. I knew of it, and I know Creed does citruses really, really well. How thin is this one going to be is the question, basically. There's a large gap on a super thin citrus versus a citrus from Creed that is technically worth the money for me. Something like a Virgin Island Water, Millésime Impérial, Rolfa. They all have, for me personally, this is just a personal standpoint, I feel like they are worth the money. Again, I have old bottles, the old 4-ounce bottles. They could have been reformulated, all that. I got old bottles. But let's get into Zeste Mandarine by Creed. Before we get into anything, if you haven't subscribed yet, I'd really appreciate it if you do. I am a reviewer, of course, with this Fragflex haul. I'm doing a lot of unboxings, but I'm hoping to get back into what I'm best at, right? And unboxings, you know, you get a lot more information from me than a lot of reviewers on YouTube. I'll be quite honest. I'm not going to use keywords like compliment getter. I'm not going to use keywords like sexy. That means nothing. And I hope that people that watch fragrance reviews, you know, kind of smarten up and go, oh, this person's saying that this bottle's sexy. Next video, bottle sexy, sexy, sexy. Like, what does that even mean? It means nothing. At least you have a technical fragrance reviewer here that has experience, that, you know, this has Mandarin in the name, Mandarin orange. Okay, so let's see what it, you know, is it primary first and foremost? Might not be. And if it is it one of the best in the game? Is it worth Creed pricing? Most likely not. The odds are against it. Honestly, a citrus is hard to be like, okay, it is worth the money. So if that is a fragrance reviewer that you'd like to see more videos of, you have to subscribe, smash the like button, show me some love, much appreciated, right? I'm doing this on my own time. I got a 9 to 5. Really? It's not a 9 to 5. It's more like a 5 till 11 o'clock at night. Always on the clock, always available. Yeah, some days are harder than others, but I do this as a hobby. I'm a hobbyist. Much appreciated. Now let's take a look at the note breakdown. Let's see what Creed has given us here. I'm expecting thinner version of, you know, some of their lighter fragrances. So I'm not expecting fireworks, honestly. That's where I'm at right now with this release. It was released back in 2020. Looking at the note breakdown, yeah, there's not much to it. A lot of citruses, right? Lemon leaf, orange, mandarin, lemon. There's patchouli, petit grain in the back end, like petit grains in the base. Usually that's a top note. And orange wood. So looking at the pricing now, of course, the retail off Creed's website. So I went on Creed's website just to see how much this is. It's $360 USD for the bottle that I have in my hand here, 400 mils. Or $196 on Fragflex, which of course is from, this bottle here is from Fragflex returned product. So let's start opening up this thing right here. We got the usual cards from Creed, right? And then some more information. Let's take a look at this bottle. Now, I haven't seen these bottles live yet, so it's nice to finally see one in the flesh. It has a little orange hue at the bottom. It's got a nice little plaque at the front here. Is that a plaque? Yeah, that is. I'm trying to say, is this a sticker or a plaque? There is a sticker at the back here with all the information. Aqua Original. Beautiful bottle. Oh, now maybe that was why it was returned. So quality, yeah, this is no heft at all. None whatsoever. And I think this is why this thing was returned. This thing is very much loosey-goosey on the top. A premium product like this, again, right? You're not paying premium, honestly, at a discounter. So there is some things that, you expect a good product, but again, don't kid yourself. You're getting at a discounter. So this product has gone through maybe a few hands before it got to yours. So there is something as far as getting something from a discounter. Like if this came out from a Creed boutique, unacceptable. I'm paying $360 USD. Absolutely not. I give a little more leeway to, of course, discounters because I understand that's not really a big deal. Leaky faucet, a leaky bottle, that's a big deal. Those are things that I would look like, a damaged bottle. For me, but I understand $196 on Fragflex is a lot of money for a lot of people. So some people are not as lenient as I would be. That does not mean, discounters, that when I buy from you that you give me the product that's defective, just because I'm a little nice Canadian. Okay, let's put it on strip, and then not a bad atomizer, and then we'll of course put it on skin after that. So yeah, very much exactly what you'd come to expect. It's fresh, it's uplifting, there's a zing to it, of course. The name is Zest, so I'm assuming I'm gonna get some zest, and yes, it's sharp, it's zesty as per the name. So quality is there. Very transparent, very watery, citrus heavy. The mandarin is primary, so that's a good thing. You don't want to mislabel a product. So mandarin is primary. It does include like the peel and everything. I can smell the citrus is three-dimensional. And that's kind of what you want to expect if you're spending $200-300 USD. Now, a simple citrus like this, is it worth it? That is the question. I'm getting a little bit of that petit grain. So the petit grain is doing its thing as well. Very sharp and uplifting as a scent profile. So perfect summer scent. Hell yeah. So now we're going to put on skin. Yeah, this is fresh. It's uplifting. It's everything that you'd expect. But you know me, right? As a first impression, as an unboxing, this is not my personal money that I'm spending into this. Fragflex they asked me to decant. They do not pay me to do reviews. This is not, and this is the great thing about this channel, is that Fragflex cares about decanting. They want their decants in time. They want them done well, all that good stuff. That's what I'm getting paid for. This is on my own accord. So I can do whatever I want to say. They know who I am. I asked them. I was like, hey, is it okay if I put this on my channel? I get a couple sprays in. You okay with that? They're like, yeah, go ahead, Mark, do your thing. What that means to me is that I can say whatever I want on my channel because it is my channel. Once a discounter tells me what to do on my channel, voila, see you later. I'll just decant. I don't need to do videos for you. I got plenty to unbox. You don't know how much stuff I have to unbox out of my personal collection. Now, going back to this, talking about, Creed is a brand that I've pumped the tires on. Virgin Island Water, awesome. Médicament Impérial, great. Green Irish Tweed, classic. Maybe the best Creed of all time. Aventus, garbage. I'm just, any excuse to throw Aventus down, throw it under the bus. Going back to this, pricing wise, the Creed pricing is, yes, it's expensive. Is this worth it? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Why? It's a simplistic citrus. Now, if the Aqua Liguria line, which is on top of me right here, above me here on my one of my cabinets here, as you can see here from the House of Guerlain. So they have this little line called Aqua Liguria. Now, if I didn't know about Aqua Liguria, maybe this would be worth it. But again, that's where experience comes into play. Aqua Ligorias are simplistic citrus-based fragrances from Getaway. They're very cheap. $100 retail, maybe, give or take. Discounters 70, 80, 60 sometimes. And what they give you is exactly what's in this bottle. Now, I'm not saying one for one. They do have a mandarin-based fragrance. What's it called? Mandarin Balsaric or something like that? Might be wrong. They do have a mandarin one. My Rolodex stopped working, so I can't really help you with that. But as far as quality goes, if you blindfolded me and I smelt this product, blindfolded, not knowing if it was Creed, and you'd asked me, you know, what brand is this? You know, I would have went exactly there. Gelée Aqua Ligoria. I would have been absolutely wrong. However, that's the whole thing about blindfolding someone, right? Not knowing the brand, not knowing the price, and not knowing all that. But that would be my guess. That would be my educated guess. And honestly, this fits right into that product. And if you smelt any Aqua Ligorias, you know they're thin. They're well made. The introduction is the wow factor. There's not much of a back end. You know, they have some musks. Sometimes they have florals, but that's pretty much it. You're not going to get some thickness. And this is exactly what you get out of this thing. There's a little warmth that I'm feeling now on my skin from the patch. The patchouli is giving a little bit of warmth, but it's not like a big dank thing. It's really thinned out patchouli. Petit grain is a big factor, and so is the mandarin. As far as lemon goes, not really. It's more mandarin centric, this citrus. But at the end of the day, is it worth the retail? No. A lot of brands aren't, honestly, you know, except for the showstoppers and the brands, right? You can start naming off the brands that are all behind me here. And I'd tell you, there's number one, number two, number three, stop there. Those are full retail bottles. If you can get them at discounters, great. If not, they're worth their retail price. They're standouts. And then there's some brands back here that only have one. Some of them don't even have any. You have to go discounter. Creed is one of those brands that if I had the income, I know about discounters, so it's kind of like a moot point, but if I had the income and I didn't know about discounters and I didn't really care, there is a handful that are worth it. This is definitely not even close to even sniffing that list. It's not. It's not worth the 360 at all. It's really nice. The singular note in here, the Mandarin, is excellent, but Guerlain can do the exact same thing for under $100. Why pay more for Creed? I say stick to the Aqua Ligorias. This is nice. It's pretty. Yeah. And it'll work great in the summer. Unless you're a big Creed fanboy. Pricing is a factor in my reviews. Unfortunately for them on this one, I can't go with it. Unfortunately. So yeah, fanboys, I don't just bash on Aventus from Creed. I can give out some good feedback on the brand, and this is one of those that, even though really nice, and the quality's there, I'll tell you that. Spade's a spade. But there's not much of a back end to it, and because I know Aqua Ligoria, now if Aqua Ligoria did not exist as a brand, it's not too many brands under $100 that'll do something like this, honestly. Getaway is pretty much the lone wolf. I'm trying to think here. Rolodex is done. It's stuck. It's going, nah, I don't know. I can't tell you. So Zeste Mandarine, as nice as this, I'm just looking at the plaque. The plaque looks a little crooked too. Not a fan. Okay, so this one is available at fragflex.com. Definitely better price than Creed, I'll tell you that right now. So go use Fragflex if you're interested in this. I do have a coupon code. It is TFG10. It gets you 10% off. It's site-wide, so you don't have to purchase this. You don't even have to purchase Creed. You can purchase anything you want. That coupon code, not only is it good now, there's no expiry on it, from what I've been told, and you can use it as much as you want. So it's a big win, right? I can't believe they gave me that. They offered. I didn't ask. They offered. It's, you know, it's not about, look, I'm bashing this thing. I'm not selling it to you. And I'd be surprised if anybody used the code for that. Use it for clones. I don't care. Do whatever you want. Go ham. Now that you heard my take, I'd love to see yours in the comments below. Good, bad, and the ugly, right? This Aqua Original line is a line that I have hardly any experience with. So there's one, I think it's called Vetiver Geranium, which has been on my wish list for a very long time. I've never smelled it. It has really good reviews from noses that I trust and I love. So I'm hoping to delve into that one. But if you can, you know, I know Creed. I know the Creed as a brand, but these fresher versions, if you have experience, throw them in the comments. Say, hey, Mark, check this one out. This one's pretty good. This one, you know, even though they're not, you know, retail, they're not good. They'll still be good as far as a scent profile. Throw them out there. I love smelling scents that are really, really good. That's what I like to do. So yeah, this one right here, at the end of the day, not worth the money. Well built. Don't expect much to it. It is very thinned out, which is what you come to expect from this line. So there's no surprises there. You do get 100 mils out of the bottle, which is nice. It'd be nice for them to go back to their 120s, right? But they don't. So that's it. As always, a great import fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your fresh fragrance wisely. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Have a good one.